how a normal engine works. For a normal 4-stroke engine to produce power, an engine needs to do 4 things. Suck air into the engine, compress that air with a fuel mixture, ignite the air and fuel mixture with a spark, and finally expel the burnt air fuel mixture out into the exhaust. As you can see, the piston descends, drawing air into the cylinder via open intake valves. At the same time, fuel is injected into the cylinder. As the piston travels back up the cylinder, the air and fuel mixture is compressed, which increases its temperature, after which a spark ignites the air and fuel mixture to force the piston back down the cylinder. As the piston rises again in the final exhaust stroke, the burnt air and fuel mixture is pushed out of the cylinder via an open exhaust valve and into the exhaust system. How a rotary engine works. A rotary engine works on the same 4-stage basis. The air and fuel mixture enters the chamber, is then compressed, after which a spark ignites a mixture. Finally, the spent mixture is forced out and into the exhaust system. Again, suck, squeeze, bang, blow. The way in which a rotary goes about this process is very different, however, because there are no cylinders or piston. Instead, a big rotor does all the hard work, and it's this rotor that people often refer to as a Dorito because of its shape. If we keep things simple by looking at a single rotor engine, there are 5 main components: a front plate, the rotor housing, the rotor itself, and a rear plate. The 5th component is the eccentric shaft that connects to the rotor, acting like the crankshaft in a traditional engine. The rotor housing that the rotor sits in features an intake port, 2 spark plugs, and an exhaust port. As the rotor spins, it creates a vacuum over the intake port, which sucks air and fuel into the chamber. As the rotor continues round, it covers the intake port, after which the air and fuel is then compressed. At the equivalent of top dead center in a piston engine, 2 spark plugs fire, forcing the rotor round further until it reaches the exhaust.